Matt, what's one of the ways that you find joy in the work of ministry?
Yeah, well, you just mentioned people growing in their faith. And I think that's important to remember that it's not just the grace of God that we see in conversion, but also in sanctification. We sing in the hymn, he breaks the power of canceled sin. So it's not just canceled sin that we'll be praising him for all eternity for, but also the fact that in our lives, day after day, as we put sin to death and rely on his Spirit to grow in grace, he's breaking that power of canceled sin. And seeing that in church members, seeing their moral taste buds change to where they start to have a taste for things that they used to be repelled by, and vice versa. We have a promise in our church covenant that says, we will pursue transparency with each other, resisting the temptation to hide our struggles and sins, so that we might experience the grace of God in the care of his saints.
Wow.
So that we might experience something vertical in this horizontal gift. And I have had at least 2 conversations with guys in my church who have sat across from me and said, if it were not for that promise in our church covenant, I wouldn't be telling you what I'm about to say. That's not a natural thing for a fallen sinner to do, to say. But to see God's supernatural intervening kindness to sanctify his people has been immensely gratifying. And I think also, this may sound morbid, but it ought not. Just the joy of preparing people for death. Because at the end of the day, we are getting people ready for heaven. We're getting them ready to meet their Maker and hopefully their Redeemer. And that's so gratifying. And it puts into perspective those other distractions, even sometimes trivialities. John Newton, the great 18th century Anglican minister, once said, "The day is coming when we will be astonished at what mere trifles once were capable of discouraging us." So keeping our eyes on that ultimate eternal day puts the difficulties of the present into perspective.